welcome back to TimberBorn. And as always, now we start with a check-in with Immortal Joe, who is now 165 days, months, years old. Everything is maximum negative that he could possibly have. But for some reason, he is still alive. He is kind of stuck in the sick and stranded state, which means he's not become contaminated. And I think that's why he's not dying. He's kind of in some sort of weird limbo, and he's just going to stay there. So I did have a suggestion to build a container around him and fill it with bad tide, but I think as soon as I go too near him, he will be set free. So we don't want to do that. So he's just going to chill out there, I think, forever, or until he does actually die. Today, I want to make a start on expanding our industrial capabilities. So last time we got this all put in to expand our bad tide storage and pumping capacity. Probably we need more storage capability for bad tide and water. We're actually down to 300 water, so probably I need to open up another couple of pumps. So we will do that and get some of those guys pumping. We've got this set aside to become an area to make treated planks from. Once they actually get around to cutting down these trees, we might end up destroying them. I'll see. And we're actually full on berries, so I'm going to pause you. I'm going to pause you as well because we are short of a few workers, and I'm going to pause you. Why aren't you working on? I guess because it wasn't quite up to. So let's alter that and do 0.83. Alter you and do 0.8 as well, just in case they can't quite push it up to the max. And then, yeah, the problem we're going to have is we don't have any explosives because all of the bad water we had has been turned in to extract, which we have lots of. So I remember what I said I thought we could do, which was to put in a number cruncher over here. We don't quite have enough science. So once we have, we're going to build a number cruncher over here. We're just kind of hanging on the power. I'm going to nudge those up because I would like the batteries to be a bit fuller. But in terms of our power grid, we are nowhere near the demand, but okay, we should be fine. Yeah, so I think, God, I'm rambling a lot. I think we said last time, actually, we want to unlock the big water tanks. So put those in. We would need to have, I'm sure I'd set these to not be planted. We would need to unplant all of these, and we could get 3 water tanks along the back here. To build the bigger water tanks, we need metal gears and planks. We have 200 gears. We actually have enough to build the 2 that we could fit there, which is cool. And I built a load more water storage over here. We just don't have water in it. And we've got 2,500 water storage. But I remember I was trying to reduce the chance. Well, I was trying to delay when this would occur. But actually, they get 15 days. So we're okay, I think. We're okay. And it just doesn't seem like it affects them being able to pick the fruit off. So that's cool. So I think now we don't want to go max on pumping because we're hydrating the crops anyway. It's the trees we would affect. So yeah, well, actually going to pause you to keep some water in there for those trees. And we will unpause 4 of these. And we'll see how that goes. Those have died but are not being cut for some reason. Okay, we seem to have an excess of logs at the moment. Okay. Yeah, so what I want to do when we can is demolish probably a couple of layers of this. So we're going to prep with dynamite, and I also want to put dynamite under here because I'm pretty sure we can get to it from this, and that'll give us a bit more capacity on these. We could probably go all the way down, assuming we have access, so which I think we can get access most of the way down through the different levels that we have under here. So we'll see how we get on, but we don't have bad water, so we're kind of stuck on doing that. So yeah, the plan is that these are almost grown. If we set you to be emptied, not that it matters because the water goes on the floor anyway, but yeah, we'll get the 2 big water tanks built. We're going to set you to be empty as well, and we will recover our planks and gears. So how are we doing for beavers otherwise? I think we're okay, because once we've got, they're all working in the science at the moment, which is okay. We need inventors. That's good. We actually now have enough to unlock the number cruncher, so let's do that there. And yeah, we can put that there and then just hook up to the power over here. We'll do it properly. Not that using mods isn't a proper way to do things, but that will help us with our science, although it won't help us with our power situation. But I don't want to build another engine until we've got this area sorted here. We're going to go down. We're going to take this one down. This one as well. Maybe this one. That'll give us a nice big area to put some industry in. I may go crazy and just keep going and bring it right down. We'll see. We'll see how we progress. And we could, you may as well be paused. Actually, you went into power saving mode, but freeing up the beaver is useful. The water's going back, so I'm going to go down to 2 of those. Those are almost all harvested. So do we have a haulers post? We do, and you are staffed, so I'm just out of space. So I'm going to prioritize the other missing bits, and we can we just have enough science to unlock the big water barrel, and we'll put that in. We can put the other one in now. That'd be good. So I didn't really plan with this whole area, although I could just delete that bit of path and link it there. That would be fine, and we could put 2 more there. That would give us 4,800 water storage, plus the smaller barrels we have, which would be great. These are going to be set to supply. Yeah, so maybe once these 2 are built, we'll replace these 2. And they've got the number cruncher built. Awesome. There's just power now, which is flying in. Excellent. So the only issue is power now, because the number cruncher needs more power than we are generating. So that was a bit of a rookie mistake. I think we're going to have to pause it actually until we improve, or until we get out of this drought. Once the drought's gone, we'll be okay to run it. So these to build, these should go up pretty quick as well, because we've got all of the bits that we need. Oh, we've got bad water. Oh, we've got the 4 bad water is from the explosives factory that I paused. That's okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold the population at, we've got a 3-bed and the homeless person is Immortal Joe. That's okay. So we're going to set these to empty now. And we can hopefully get ourselves in a decent position for next wet season. Emperor season, I think they call it, don't they? 1, 2, 3. So we can put 2, we can put 1 there. Not as great, but I guess we're going from 600 to 1200, so that will be okay. Let's do that, and then we'll just put a bit of path there. So, and that's going to be water as well. And why is that one not set to be water? There we go. So it's going to give us a fair bit more water storage once they are built, and we could just probably squeeze some more in if we wanted to, but for now we don't need to. Yeah. So I've not re-looked at these. Maybe we should. And what I'm just going to do is just have it set so that when the bad tide starts, they go up, just in case I forget. That's the most important thing. I think they are synchronized, so we shouldn't need to set the others. And that one's set that when there's a bad tide, it goes to 0. So that will stop bad water coming through here, which is the main thing. Is there? Oh, it's dynamite. It's okay. And we're just going to have to be a bit more on the ball when it comes to some of the other things. So we've got 300 water left for a day, which is fine. Water keeping these hydrated, which is good. So, and our deeper pool here is working. So once I got this area sorted, we will, I think, work on deepening this, because we can go with the iron teeth, we can go 6 deep, so we can go down another 4 if the map will let us. I think this went to the bottom, I think. Yeah, and that is 4 deep, so we go another 2 actually in here, and we'll start off doing the middle, and then we might do this bit as well. I have another idea for this bit, which would actually involve removing some of these, but giving us the capacity to keep them longer. That's weird. They went green in the night. Very strange. So 0.1 of a day, and we'll get water back. Let's open this up. Ready. These are up. And hopefully next time we'll get a bad tide so that we can... Well, yeah, you can be deleted now. So that we can play with our new bad water tank. So we are now 8 beavers short. 9 beavers short. But we know that we have a contingency. There you go, Donation, of at least 10 because of this. But actually we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 9. I'm actually going to put those down as well. We have 9 researchers, which can be jobs that don't have people in them, so that's fine. We have water coming back, which is good. We have bad water coming back, so we want to kick off our dynamite production. I kind of feel like we could maybe pause metal for a bit. I don't think we need that. And that will hopefully allow these to creep back up, and we have water coming through anyway. Immortal Joe gets his little bath and starts swimming, and we have lots of power. So yeah, we're good for power now. I think the engine will have paused itself maybe once the batteries have recharged. So, yep, awesome. So that's good. So we are literally just waiting for explosives to be produced now. So I think while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to start setting up. So the 2 missing dams have built. I'm going to start setting up this little side project that I've got an idea for. So we're going to put in a lumberjack flag here and a log storage because we will need logs. And we will mark these trees all for cutting. So if it will let me get a spot where I can get all of them, that would be great. And yeah, we'll put a log store here. I think we need like a couple of trees to be cut down to fit it in. Yeah, and 1 tree. I bet they don't cut this one first. No, of course they don't. There we go. So industrial pile, there we go. It's high prioritize building that. And then down here, we are going to get some levees and we're going to build grass here. Start this project. And what I want to try and do is build a water store here. And I'll probably come up a bit higher so that we can... Oh, we blocked in our... That was dumb. We blocked in our lumberjack. We need a piece of path and then we can put in our log store. May come up higher. Gain actually. Oh, we have a bad tide coming. Awesome. That means we can fill our bad water store. That's good. These guys have actually almost filled our bad water storage. So I think probably what I should do is stick in a couple of large tanks. We will make those bad water and we will high prioritize building those. Do we have enough metal blocks? We do not, so we need to unpause metal. Do that. And the cool thing about that is once this is filled, we're going to have water flowing so we can still keep power going, which is good. And yeah, let's get back down here. I think we'll go 3 hikers and we can put a triple floodgate in. So we might have to build some platforms to be able to build this, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. So let's get some triple platforms for the corners. And we can then path round most of this. We probably need to do that. And then we need some stairs, I think, which will be double platform, single platform. Could have used ladders, but we haven't unlocked those yet. So I have designed that incredibly badly. Let's do triple platform. Should have moved this over one. We could have saved a platform. But... And then we can build all of this from down here. That will be cool. So the next step will be to cut a channel through here so we can fill it from above. And also I need to build a retaining wall along here. Once that's all done, I'm probably going to save that until after the bad tide, so we can get a bit more of a harvest out of here, and then we'll take this path out once this is all built, and we'll plant mangroves in here as well and recover the space that we lose. That's what I'm thinking. Hopefully, yep, explosives are going in. Barrels are being built. Explosives in here? They are. So why is that running underneath it? Or it looks like it's running underneath it. That's very weird. Did we put more explosives in? We did. Detonate those. And there's one there as well. I think if it will let me click on it. No. So, really weird. But it appears to be running under. Oh no, it's not. Maybe it's a bit of a graphical glitch. That's okay. We can pause. Throw up the floodgate. We are only at 1.4k water. Great. We're going to throw up this floodgate. And I'm going to pause you for now. And we're going to pause most of the water pumping for now. And you should drop as the bad tide starts, which you have. So hopefully these behave, which they seem to be. And we're going to get bad water down here. And the nice thing is that this is going to keep running, so we can keep pumping bad water. We can probably ease up on the bad water pumping now. These should come on automatically because I did a thing. If it works. Not worried about this drying up. That's fine. And with luck. Why are you bringing logs over here? This should be set to supply. There we go. Yep. See? These have started pumping. This should be pumping as well to take the water out of it, although we're probably going to push that through anyway, I think. Hopefully. And that means we are still generating a decent amount of power. And that should improve. So I've got this the wrong way around, haven't I? Yeah, I've got that the wrong way round, but we can pause that for now. No, we're going to turn those off. We're going to pause it. When my brain is more functional, I will work out how to fix that. So I've got a bit of a headache today, so I don't fancy battling that today. We'll keep an eye on the water levels, but yeah, that's working. Oh, that's almost all set. So number cruncher is number crunching. Science should be going up a lot at the moment because we should have spare beavers as well. So 22 days. It's a long drought. I wonder whether we should make this bigger and rely on a pump to empty it. Because I guess as long as we're not in a drought, we could have hydropower up here. And if we are, we could have an engine. And we could make this much deeper and store water for... We'd have to dynamite down one layer. We could build up 2 layers. We'll let them build what's here first. I think that might be a good idea. And then that is an issue. So to fix that, we need the irrigation barrier. That needs treated planks, which we can't make yet. So we will get to that because that's going to permanently kill those off until we sort that. How do we blow this out as well, rather than go all the way to there? Yeah, maybe we do that. So we go delete that, and instead we go this way, and then it'll be to there, and that matches the height of that. And then we would have to dynamite out all of that down. That's one layer, that's 3, that's 4. Yeah, let's do that. Start building some water storage. So I think probably we can pause a few more of these. In fact, all of them, I think, because we do have now these 2 pumping. And we have a lot of bad water stored. So we've got 2,500 capacity. We probably want a holding tank here. Well, we've got a bad water tank there. No, that's okay. So let's switch it back on extract on. We can detonate that. I'm going to do these one at a time because it will make access easier. So I think if we delete that path, you can probably go like that and like that. And get all of that placed. Oh, awesome, that's in. So we then need to work out how to get down to the next level, and I think what we can do is delete that. Put a path there, put a staircase there, and that will let us. Actually, we could just hit that with doubles, and that would go all the way down. Let's do that. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So we've got a couple of projects on the go now, which is maybe not the brightest idea, but oh well. This one for now can be low priority because we I want to focus on the new industrial area. Water is staying up at 1,200, which is good. Let's give our water dumps a hit. Actually, no, they're automated, aren't they? Why am I doing that? I think I've forgotten that I've got simple triggers installed. So you are not automated yet, are you? Did we go deep enough? Let's see if we can put in a stream gauge. There is dynamite at the bottom. Let's detonate that. And then we should be, there we go. We can put in a stream gauge then. And hopefully they will get that built and we can automate this guy. So for now, we will let him fill up actually, and then we'll pause him. Cool. Let's harvest the berries that we've got there. Have we got storage for mangrove fruit? Not yet, because it is placed. Oh, we have. Yeah, we have got storage for mangrove fruit. That's okay. Probably what we want if I didn't already. I think I did actually. I am not sure, so I'm going to put in a small warehouse set to obtain for mangroves. I may have done that already. I can't remember. So, and explosives are being made, which is good. So over here, we are going to want a wood workshop for treated planks. We are going to want more explosives and metal production. We want more power. Yep. And we then might get into bots, actually. Then might get into bots. And see if we can start to automate things in our somewhat small colony. And the wood supply is good. The food supply is good. The water supply is not, but we're working on that. So, yeah. And honestly, we don't really need to cut down these last few logs. I'm going to pause him. That's set to supply, so that should get emptied. Let's see if we can work this out. So we are at 100% contamination. We want to unpause if the contamination is below 90%. Unpause if it's below 90%. That means that if there is more than 10% water, we are active, and we want to pause if it is over 98%. That should be the right way around. So, and that should just hold so much bad water. And we can always make it bigger if we need to, but I think the priority will be to make it deeper if we empty it. I didn't deprioritize the scaffolding. Just, again, it's fine. They can build that and then they can get on with this job. And in the meantime, we are stockpiling a little bit of explosives, which is a plus. So let's speed up the time a little bit. And where? Oh, there's our scrap metal guy, and he can get to all of that except those bottom bits. So we might need to put some stairs and stuff in, and another scrap metal person to get to those. The mines are over here, so we're not a million miles away from being able to access that. I'm just wondering if we should plan for the long term. And yeah, let's unlock triple dynamite now. And I'm going to put a triple dynamite there. I'm thinking that in the long term, we are going to need more wood for construction. So we should put in a forest. I think we are going to need a path that goes to this. So let's plan that as well. What we'll do is we will make it using the terrain. So we'll do that and that. Let's delete that. So that will let us get up to the mine eventually. And then whatever area here we hydrate, I'm going to plant oaks in and just leave them to grow. And we might cycle them, but I'm not sure. I feel like we need more mangrove pickers. So what we can do is a double and another gatherer flag. Let's make that a high priority because he's not keeping up with picking all of these. So But that is a great success. Oh, the dynamite's going in, which is cool. So we can detonate this piece. And we do have access. So let's start laying it in here as well. And then, yeah, I think that'll be enough. And we can always go down a level if we need to. It doesn't have to all be on one level. So a bit of me wants to do this bit as well. We'll see. We should be in a good place to make explosives. So maybe we do that, and that gives us a huge area to play with because we're going to need a lot more power. So yeah, we need a lot more water pumping capacity actually. And I think rather than lose farmland or too much farmland, we're going to unplant those four. We're going to build out over the water. So we might end up destroying and rebuilding this. We need to do that. That will give us not quite enough. We are going to lose that one. And then I really wish we had the so the folktales have a big water pump, which is much more efficient. And the IRONTEETH don't get that, so actually we don't need to unplant that, so that can stay as coal rubby. We can do path, 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 and then when they've harvested that, we can do path. Are they building that quick? We placed all the dynamite. No. Oh, they've used all the dynamite. Is there somewhere we could put more dynamite production? I guess here. It's not ideal in terms of distance, but we could do a large power wheel. Would give probably enough power to run an explosives factory. So again, it's not ideal because we are a long way from the colony, but it's doing medium tank and a medium warehouse, and we have bad water set to obtain and explosives set to supply. And that's going to be the priority job to build there so they can get to it. And that we can have running during bad tides and temperate. So depending on how the dice rolls with droughts, some of the time. Until we get this area operating, but we do not have enough explosives for what we're trying to achieve. So. How are we doing for beavers? We've got 5 vacancies, which is going to be in science, but that's okay because we are running our number cruncher at the moment. I'm not going to get rid of the researchers because when we're in a drought, we won't be able to generate science. So these can be paused for now. They are for when we have water flowing. Down to 500, so let's open up another one. So these can produce 3 an hour, and they work for 18 hours. Let's try and work out actually how many water pumps we need open while they're busy doing jobs. So 3 times 18 is 54 water a day, and we are going to be using 74 times 2, 148. So we need 3 open to stay positive. But let's do that. And yeah, they've got 10 days. We've got 12 days of drought. That's not good. So we are going to lose our mangroves, which is frustrating. But that's why we are creating this, because we could then just dump water on. So once they don't have fruit on, so I am going to set this outside row to be cut. And actually, if they die, we'll just get them to cut them down. It's okay. And you can turn into a lumberjack. Pause you, and we can put path in now. So, yeah, and we can always go this way if we need to as well, if we want to build even more. That's okay. Our explosives factory is, or will be up and running once they get, let's prioritize building that. How are we doing for planks and gears? Are good. Metal is low, but I guess we use that to build that. But that wheel is producing more than double what we need. We could actually have put 2 here. We could still put another one here, I guess. Landscaping, explosives factory. We did that. We could do power, 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 power. Let's make that one a priority. And then, yeah, we could have 2 running here. That'll give us 3 explosives factories working, which will really help when you're trying to lay big fields of explosives. So I'm assuming that we can safely delete these bits of path and these. I don't think that affects our ability to get down there, which we do need to preserve. And we can put in that, or at least make sure we reconnect. Or we could just prioritize placing this stuff. And it's done. That seems more sensible to me. So that's almost built. Metal blocks is the issue. Yeah, and I think this is really going to help with our ability to generate explosives, at least for now. And to be fair, we've got 10 days worth of bad tide, and then we've got probably 3 to 6 days of temperate weather, so definitely worth doing. Is our log storage full? It is pretty much. That's why we're not making progress. You can be paused. We need the explosives to come in. Let's prioritize that. They somehow seem to have cut down logs. Are there any left up here? Oh well. There will be. This is going to be our reserve forest, and maybe we be sensible with that and put in a log store to support it. I kind of feel like it's more sensible to build that out over the water. I don't intend to make this any deeper, so we could do this. And that would get us more log storage, which is pretty close to where we're going to build a fairly substantial forest, hopefully. And yeah, that seems sensible to me. So fluid dump. There we go. And that will just give us a bit of future proofing for our wood production. And we could then think about moving some of this away and focus on food down here. And at the moment, we're not chopping down all of the wood that we're growing, so it's okay. Maybe we need to make our wood storage stack taller. Let's just slow down time so my brain can function. Why are you carrying... Oh, you're bringing explosives from over here. That's okay. Why haven't you been built metal blocks? I guess metal block dude is just keeping up with things. So we need to go up a level into the small amount of space we have here. So I think what we do is we go there, 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 there. That will work. And that makes good use of that little warehouse we built. I like that. Storage. I do miss. So I am playing a Folk Tales Folk Tales save, not Let's Play, for fun, which I very rarely do. And that sounds wrong. This is fun, but you know what I mean. Not making videos on it. I actually spent way too many hours playing it at the weekend. Partly because my head was hurting and I didn't fancy doing sort of gameplay that was focused on making stuff. So that's good. That's got that done. Yeah, and I miss the big underground storages that the Folk Tales have. I also missed that, so let's stick that in. I guess once all this is placed, we will have to delete this path, but it doesn't matter now that we're going to lose that connection. In fact, I think we can quite safely delete that and that. And lay those in already. We'll prioritize those three so they get those done, and we can start deleting the path. Oh, we are out of water here, so we are not in a good position. There is water here. We have 200 water left in 7 days. We use that will last us about 2 days. We have water here. We should pump that out. So we need some platforms. We're going to do 2 and 2, and that is going to be your highest priority thing, young beavers. And we will put in a deep water pump, and that will also be a high priority job. And buckle up. It's going to be a rough 7 days. Yeah. It is not good. It is not good. So we might have, I think we do have, a significant problem. Let's get as much of this pumped out as we can. So there we go. Come on, beavers, get this built. You've got all of the materials you need. So yeah, and then I think for assuming we survive, for the temperate season, we are going to build many, many more water pumps. Yeah. Come on, get these built, guys. We are holding at 150 water, but there's not much water in here. And there's not much water in here. Can I pause? I can't pause showers, can I? So the way you pause a shower, because showers use water up, is we delete them. Because the well-being effect of being thirsty is much worse than the well-being effect of not having wet fur. That is a high priority job. This is going to be a high priority job. And do your work thing, beavers. These are going to die in a couple of days, so they may as well all be set to be cut down, because they're going to need to regrow anyway. And I feel like we should then actually prioritize this for water storage. And actually, sneaky, we are making dynamite over here. And we need to dynamite out all of this. So actually, we should move that over one. Then we can get round a few more places and landscaping dynamite to actually that should be 3, shouldn't it? Because we want to go 1 deeper here. Right, let's delete all of that. It's wrong. That needs to be 2. This all needs to be 3. And then this is 4, so I'm going to do that as 2 and 2. And then the floor all needs to be 1. And then that will give us something which is 6 deep, which we can fill from up here. All right, 4 days to go. There's a little bit of water in there that they're pumping. So we've got 3 pumping, which should keep us even with our water. So if we can get another day or so of hydrated beavers, we'll be good. I feel like everything needs to be a priority at the moment. That's going to give us current water, double water, triple water. So we're going to be able to pump 3 times as much water as we get. So if we get a 6-day wet season, it's going to give us, we can in theory pump 24 days of extra water. We should be okay with what we've got there. But what we do need to do is make sure that these all become high priority workplaces when we enable them, which they are. They are, and this one is. So cool. That can wait. And over here, this can all be deprioritized. Deprioritized, not normal prioritized. There we go. So, while we're here, we might as well move that back. And Does anyone know if there's a way to set the priority before you place it? That would be cool. That would be cool. So 2.7 days down to 1 water pump. And not too many thirsty beavers. So that's good. This is going to be prioritized by haulers. And as is that. Is that set to supply? Yeah. So I'll let them build this level and then we need to move it up a layer. And this is going to be closed in eventually. And we'll have a water pump to do that job. But are these set? They are not. So we need to, not you, but all of this area. Oh, it's set to be mangroves. It just hasn't been cut down yet. So we need to unset these for planting. So you can be. And we are going to levy along here. We have 1.5 days and 1 water pump running. So he's providing about 1/3 of the water that we need. I wish I could make one job 24 hours. That would be good. Nobody has died of thirst yet, which is good. Who has nothing to do in range? Oh yeah, you can be paused. So this is going up pretty quick now. I guess there is a risk that they will get stuck. So what we're going to do is a staircase and a path, and they can build all of that, and then we'll worry about how we do this side. I mean, I guess we could actually put that in. So if we delete the path across there, and yeah, we want to go 1 higher. So levies and platforms. I realized I would have or could actually go. I know we can't go 1 higher because of that, so we might be able to go 1 deeper actually. See, we'll see. We can always make it deeper once it's built. We can't make it any taller because that's as high as it can go. And let's high prioritize the staircase, because otherwise people are going to get stuck, and high prioritize that one. The explosives is going up now, which is good because we're going to need a lot to make this work. So there we go. Bad tide is over. And we're going to wait to close this until the good water is here. Let's slow down a little bit. And no beavers have died of thirst yet, which is good. So that is pretty much clean. So let's do that and then that. And yeah, so this is 80-odd%. That's good. And unpause, 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 unpause. Don't care what isn't being worked on. We need to pump like crazy. They are all paused. We've got loads of bad water, so they can be paused. I want to just going to do that. Manually control them at the moment. So you can pump because it's 62% bad water, so you'll get some good water out of there. And yeah, let's see if we can recover. I feel like I need to high prioritize the building of those. And I'm very tempted to go to a 20-hour working day, but that's still doing good, which is cool. Wow, we got a lot of water in there. Not a big deal. We've got plenty of bad water as well. So hopefully we'll get a decent length temperate season and we can recover, because we have a lot of thirsty beavers. Yeah, it's all right. The prioritization is managing the resourcing for us. We probably, yeah, we have haulers, which is good because we need the haulers to be shuffling water around. So we have some beavers building, and we have logs, we have planks, so we can build all of this, which is good. You can be paused. Actually, you can be deleted now. Where you start cutting down our mangroves again. Let's. But actually, does some of them still need to be cut down? They do. So let's rebuild you. We are using a fair bit of wood, so. And we need to make sure the workplaces are all high priority, and once we've recovered a little from this disaster, we will call it a video. So yeah, I think we need to prioritize pumping because we need to refill our supplies pretty quickly, because any minute now we're going to get a notification probably for a drought or a bad tide. So I wish they would build the pumps. These 3 of them could be pumping already. That's a day of water pumping we've lost. So you can be paused. In fact, we can let's distract ourselves from the disaster. We are going to unpause when below 2, and we will pause when above 2.6. There we go. So that's hydrated a nice big area that we can be doing stuff with. Build the frickin' water pumps. So this project is not going to be completed this cycle. So we really just need to hope that we can pump enough water that we can store 4,500. 80 beavers is 160 a day. So 10 days, 20 days. We can store over 20 days worth of water. So if we fill our water supply. But we're a quarter of the way to that. So yeah, we didn't have any beavers die of thirst, which was kind of lucky, I think. Very lucky, I think. I'm really wondering about just building even more. We can get 3 days to a bad tide. Yep. we can get 2 more in there. Yeah. Right, let's get you built. Anyway, I think we survived that mini disaster. So I am going to call it a video at that point. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy that. Comments, questions, suggestions below. Clearly, we need to work on water resiliency, which we are working on with now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, will be 18 water pumps. Like a fifth of our population is going to be pumping water, which we really only need to recover where we were. But I think once we are back in equilibrium, we need, like 3 pumping a day, but 3 or 4. But we need to store enough to last a long drought. And hopefully next time we can get this finished, which is going to give us a bit more resiliency. So this is going to be, in the end, a 6 deep reservoir, partly to keep the mangroves growing, but also so that I think we can pump water out of it during the drought. And I might even expand it into this area, make it even bigger. Yeah, that probably is sensible. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I am going to say see you next time.